Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you America's top foundational health coach, Dr. Joe D.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm Dr. Jody Bear. I am about as excited about this show from Monday as I've ever seen. I'm going to say to all my friends of the Jewish faith, Happy Hanukkah. That is the season to just really celebrate. And what we're going to be celebrating today is health. Because health isn't something you do. It's what you become along life's journey. We're winding up an absolute great 2023 with me, health coach Jody. You know that we started out 2023. I didn't have a solo book. All of a sudden, we have solo book. I had a vision, as we've talked about many, many weeks, vision, mission to fruition. Now, we've got the book, but today you're going to hear about the next step in what we're calling Healthopedia 365. You can see all of these future broadcasts and past broadcasts, not only here on Traverse TV, but you can go to my YouTube channel, Healthopedia 365. Go to Instagram, where you can see Healthopedia 365. All 40 authors are being featured. We forgot. It was pretty incredible. We said, who is this week's featured author? And I said to my team and my staff, they said, who is it? And we go, Dr. Jody, it's you. I forgot me as well, but we didn't forget you. And I didn't forget you with this broadcast. As you've heard me say before, we take the 6 pillars of foundational health: spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, social, and financial. But we're tying them all up together when you're going to be in Boca with now my teacher, my guru, my sensei, homeopath, naturopath, acupuncture physician. But now I can gratefully say that he is our partner with Healthopedia. Why? Because we're going to take you through something that is extraordinary, a one of a kind. I know everybody says this. It's the USPs that are there, unique selling propositions, but this is unique selling for you and your health. You're going to hear this today from not only what you've seen before and heard before and experienced on Doctor Talk. You've experienced Dr. James Marinakis and Milkshake Monday, but now you're going to get Milkshake Monday, Healthopedia edition on the process. We've got some new videos for you. But before we do that, I don't usually take a curtain call. But last weekend, the first weekend of December, as Steve Gwynn, the hotelier, said, there are days that are very dark days, as he was building that vision and mission to fruition of Las Vegas, all that strip of hotels. But he said, when you have one good day, it outshines the rest. It's really, really good. And on December 1st, and 2nd, my husband Bob and I went up to Chateau Elan, where I was honored and humbled to get the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. I just had to flash this picture up to say, here we are. And yes, a part of the White House Chief of Staff, Ron Klain, was there. There I am getting my award. And I'll just tell you, go to Instagram. You'll see that award. It's as big as 4 feet by 4 feet. My husband has had it in front of the TV to say, just like John Lennon when he was interviewed by Ed Sullivan, when the Beatles hit American soil back in the 60s, 1966, I was 12 years old. I remember seeing these guys, we need your love. And they were singing all that kind of good stuff, those tunes, and they were strumming their guitars, doing their thing. And what did Ed Sullivan say? He said, what does it feel like to become an overnight sensation? After 15 years of experience, John Lennon replied, we're an overnight sensation. Healthopedia is an overnight sensation. Why? because of vision, mission, risks. Going out as Steve Gwynn did out in that desert of whatever. Dr. James Marinakis, you've heard his story. You've heard that he transported his family to the Everglades because he had a vision. This Boca Raton, Florida is now the hub of such health and healthopedia. Now, February 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Why is this important? Well, yours truly is going to enter her 7th decade of life. When we were putting down these dates, I knew that we wanted to do the farmer's table. I knew that it was an organic food to table restaurant. We're certainly not going to have a healthopedia symposium and retreat and go and let you eat those Twinkies. No, no, no. Go eat those Popeyes. We're going to have wholesome, organic food. What do I want to say about this? Why this is so important? Because when they couldn't find this date and couldn't find this date, sometimes you just have to relax, as Dr. Jim has taught me. Breathe in to the healing energy flow. And what did we get? She said from the hotel and the farmer's table restaurant, we have one date in February that's important. And it's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. That is an important time that we can do this event for you. And here I am, little Jody, 1954, is turning 70 on the 21st. So it's a time to celebrate. It's a time to celebrate you. And why is this important? Because you're going to see 73 and 70 saying energy is vitality that turns into longevity. Dr. Jim and I are living proof. So what I'm going to do before I bring my esteemed doctor and partner up, I am going to go ahead and rerun what we have for those of you that haven't seen it, Healthopedia. And then we're going to take a break and go right into what we're going to talk about focusing today is the process. Take a look, take a feel, take a listen to Healthopedia.
Why learn about health when you can experience it? Experience it in beautiful Florida in February 2024. Join us for 3 days of integrative and intensive health and healing education and empowerment with the expertise of the following Healthopedia author, speaker, and facilitators: Dr. James Marinakis, Dr. Joe D. Baer, Kimberly Meredith, Dame Doria Cordova, Rex Sykes, Dr. Gary Sanchez, Jamie Kerr, and more. Experience daily morning walking and yoga, interactive participation, panel discussions, and more for your own epiphany of health. Get your tickets now.
Don't do the things every day that they need to maintain themselves. They don't walk enough. They don't get enough nutrients. They accumulate way too much stress. They don't expose themselves to nature. They work under artificial lights that damage the rods and cones of their eye, their brain, disturb functions of their liver. Everybody wants to be free from disease, and they want to enjoy a long and happy life. At the Personal Performance Institute, we teach you how to do exactly that. It starts right in the beginning. The very first things you'll do, which are simple instructions, will improve your health, and they will make you feel better about yourself. Not believe that you feel better about yourself, but actually feel better about yourself. That's what the Personal Performance Institute can do for you.
And the Personal Performance Institute is going to do that just for you with the process. We've got a brand new video. It's going to be back all over social media, and it will be back at least on Thursday. We're still previewing it, but I'm looking for it right now. This is the thing about live TV. It's kind of fun, but I tell you, the man that's really alive, he is doing the facilitating for this in 2.5 days. And it is my pleasure and honor to bring up Dr. James Marinakis. Welcome to our stage, Jim. And we're going to play that video again because the audio was a little low. That's what we get for daytime and live TV, but we are here. And I am just going to say the process is the secrets of the universe revealed. please take us into this process that's you for people that don't know. I'm just going to brag for a minute because I don't know anybody that in 10 years of private practice saw 35,000 patients, mostly from referral because it works. Dr. Jim, welcome back to Healthopedia. Welcome back to Mindset Monday. Take us through the process. I am just so happy to see you on the screen.
Nice to see you as well, Jody. I'm glad that you had a fruitful weekend and that you're bright and smiley, sunny self today and another day in paradise.
Yes, yes.
You know, the process is something that people are constantly asking me about. Really, it's the process of life. Most people are experiencing degenerative diseases, conditions that 20 or 30 years of their life are occupied trying to recover from diseases. And they're treated for them, but they don't recover. The sad truth is, most people, 95% of the population, suffers from a chronic degenerative disease from 20 to 30 years of their life, and then they die from it.
Did you say 95%? Don't let this gloss right. 95.
5%.
Wow.
And 70% of the population dies by age 65.
Yes.
And people are developing serious degenerative diseases even at a young age. You'll find cancer patients in their 20s.
Yes.
And degenerative means loss of energy. The people do not have the necessary vitality for their organs and systems to function sufficiently to keep them alive. They're breaking down. They're losing energy from the things that they do. Energy comes from 5 aspects of life that, when integrated into a lifestyle or the process of life, produce vitality. They are what cause people to flourish and grow. And it's unfortunate because all of the technology to experience regeneration exists. It's already in place, but it's not being used. It's not known about. It's not been disseminated or marketed widely. So there's very little access to it. That's why when we decided to do this Healthopedia presentation, I decided to do something outside the box. For the first time, I'm going to take 100 or 125 people, whoever's there,
150. 150.
150 people, and I'm going to actually take them through an experience. And that experience is using these 5 sources of energy, creating a routine that they can take with them use for the rest of their life that regenerates them in real time. And the goal here is to see if the people can come, participate in a 3 to 4 day event, and leave with more energy than when they got there. What do you think about that?
Okay, I'm going to just put this in. You know what I think about that. And starting Thursday evening, we'll have the introduction of what the syllabus is. And I can say, should we give the captain of everything? I'm just going to put this up. Carrie Fisher, you go ahead and see Carrie Fisher, what we have with this wonderful symposium sheet. If you go to drjody.com, upcoming events, click the schedule. Everything is there. It's laid out. You will see Dr. Jim weaving in and out. And as the milkshake whipped cream on the Sunday, Dr. Jim, you're the Sunday. You're the ingredients. Then the whipped cream are people like Rex Sykes, Dame Doria Cordova, Gary Sanchez, Kimberly Meredith, bringing in the same Healthopedia author speaker foundation. I want to come back to that 2.5 days that you will come away with. Continue on, Jim.
You'll come away with more vitality than when you got there. You'll learn how to regulate yourself and start the process of regeneration. Regeneration, that means vitalizing yourself again, bringing back the vitality of your youth. And revitalization causes rejuvenation. You see people that are in their 70s, 80s, even 90s that are still exercising. They have muscle mass. They're active. They can do all the things that they did when they were in their 20s and 30s. Why? Because they've learned how to regenerate themselves. And regeneration is not a matter of physical conditioning. Regeneration is a matter of releasing more energy. And these are, at times, they're almost diametrically opposed. But I'm going to show people through an experience that they'll participate in real time. Everybody that wants to, we don't twist any arms.
No.
But they will get a chance to share their experience too. We'll take a few minutes, we'll take a break throughout the whole presentation where people can chit chat a little bit about what's taking place. And people can share their experience and they can compare notes. And within the 3 days, they will be able to learn enough about regenerating themselves that they can experience the vital energy within their nervous system. If they continue to use the things that they learn here, that'll go on. They can do it every day for the rest of their life. I'll go through all the parameters. There'll be supplements that I'll be recommending, common things like wheatgrass. I'll explain what it is that people are doing. I'll teach them how to use it to get the desired result that they're looking for, which is more nutrition and the release of energy that more nutrition causes within your physiology, your nervous system.
Well, and you know what you said? I've just got to interject this one thing, because most people that are health conscious know about wheatgrass, but do you really know what it does for you? That's the difference. And that, I will just say, for me, being your student for many, many years, that has been the difference. It's like what Bob said when I did the process this morning. We had quite an active night and day this morning. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting up and doing my daily routine." And he said, You're addicted." I said, "I'm addicted to the result. I'm addicted to rejuvenating myself so I have more energy and vitality."
Yeah, we're all addicted to life, and who doesn't want to stay that way, right?
Right. So let's just take a break now that we have the audio fixed. All right, because I want people to hear the process. I want to, now that you've heard a little bit about it, and then we're going to come back. I told you this was a quickie, but Dr. Jim, quickies are better than nothing at all, right?
Right.
In all things. So I will just say, if that was inappropriate, it's my show. So let's go ahead and just say, PPI, this is Dr. Jim's company. Let's watch and hear it again.
The main reason I believe people's health is declining globally is because they don't do the things every day that they need to maintain themselves. They don't walk enough. They don't get enough nutrients. They accumulate way too much stress. They don't expose themselves to nature. They work under artificial lights that damage the rods and cones of their eye, their brain, disturb functions of their liver. Everybody wants to be free from disease, and they want to enjoy a long and happy life. At the Personal Performance Institute, we teach you how to do exactly that. It starts right in the beginning. The very first things you'll do, which are simple instructions, will improve your health, and they will make you feel better about yourself. Not believe that you feel better about yourself, but actually feel better about yourself. That's what the Personal Performance Institute can do for you.
And that's what you've done for me. That's what you've done for Carrie Fisher. That's what you've done for 400 students that have gone through and follow the process. What will it feel like, Dr. Jim, when we have 150, if they choose? And seating is limited. You can go to drjody.com. I'm going to give a tagline that I know you will approve of. It's Dr. Jim approved tagline at the end here about our event. But frankly, when you can think about 150 people in one place, how is that lifting divine consciousness right now, doing the process?
Well, listen, one of the things that we're going to do is I'm going to teach people how to do a healing meditation. Meditation can be used for all sorts of things, but the basic meditation technique that everybody needs, everybody requires in order to cope with stress and to rebalance the system is a cleansing or detoxifying meditation. That's where people learn how to get rid of all of the stress that they accumulate on a day to day basis so they don't push the stress into the future. This is a major cause of degeneration. That all that stress that's not released from your brain circuits is sucking energy out of your life.
And then your life sucks because you feel bad.
It's a
Come
good way
on.
to put it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can feel that you're being drained by something. And it's not necessary to maintain that stress. You can discharge it. And meditation has been used for thousands of years by people all over the world. There's a revival of meditation. Meditation on its own is being used as a treatment because they're able to reverse diseases with just that. What I'm going to show people is how to combine all 5 aspects of life that we use to keep ourselves alive. I'm going to explain how we actually accomplish that because most people have no idea how they actually keep themselves alive. They don't
You
know.
don't know. You don't know if you don't know.
They know what they do. They know they eat. They know they sleep. They know they move around, but they don't understand the exact effect of the various things that they do. They don't know why they choose to eat something different each day. There's a reason we do that. It's part of what's necessary to keep us alive. People don't recognize why they go to exercise and make a left instead of a right on a different day. They might take the same route for 10 years, and then all of a sudden they'll walk in a different direction. It just so happens in that direction on that day, there happens to be a certain flower that's blooming, and they inhale the esters of that plant. The essences of the plant are actually absorbed into their bloodstream, right in their lungs, and it goes through and it does something to them that they need to maintain their life. They don't think about it, they do it automatically.
Yes.
But we'll touch on these things, but I'm going to show people how to use all the energy sources that they're currently using in a way that gives them an upgrade. And they get to feel what it's like, dump the stress, and to experience, even if it's just for a little while, what it's like to rejuvenate themselves, to get more energy again. And
Just for a little while, as we said, in these last 3 minutes, I told you this was just going to fly by. That's how this 30-minute program goes because there's so much to say. But I've got to bring this up. I've got your copy here. And what we're going to do, for those of you that watch on YouTube and you watch my YouTube channel, we will put the 1-minute video about the process on there just 30 minutes after this live program. But I love what you said when you wrote, wouldn't it be great to identify which emotions are dominating your life, stopping you from enjoying true joy? Enjoy joy and bliss. Yes, because you enjoy joy. Imagine if it would be like to reprogram your life, your biological computer. You just said that. Come set yourself free on a journey. Hold hands with the universe. Hold hands with the universe, with us, Dr. Jim, and see what life brings you in return. Your last parting words, Jim, on this thought.
I think everybody that comes there will be talking about what happens for a long time afterwards. I think that it's something that other people are going to be able to tell that somehow has changed them. And the feedback that they get will be our advertising going forward. I'd love to see 18,000 people in a stadium someday, all getting better at one time.
I know a place that we're going to go soon in July. Folsom Stadium in Boulder, Colorado will hold us. I'm telling you, that will be a Rocky Mountain high to enjoy joy and life. Now, I'm fixing to embarrass you just a little bit before we go. All right, so put your seatbelt on. It's your disclaimer. Jim Marinakis, Dr. Jim, what is this value add for this? The value add is education, $30,000. I know what he commands, and I'm just going to tell you, and sometimes it's much, much more, and he gets it. Why? Because my husband says, Bob Bear, when you're the best, people will feel you. You will feel Dr. Jim Marinakis, you will see that what we do here is giving you all of this organic food. All meals are included in this. A value add of $5.95 for 2.5 days. Then you've got the paperback. Oh, are you going to get? Absolutely. For those of you that haven't got it, you're not an author, you're going to get the book. You're going to get supplements. You know what supplements cost these days. That is a retail value of $400. And then guess what? You total that up. You know the MasterCard commercial. Don't leave home without it. It's your health. Where else are you going to go? Where else will you go with this? Will you go to Disney World? You go without optimal health. Just don't leave home without it. It is priceless. Jim Marinakis, my partner, Dr. Jim, to all of us, you are priceless.
Everybody's priceless. Thank you, Jody.
I'm telling you, vital energy. That's the man. You know what I'm going to do this time? We're going to do it different, Jim, differently. Give them your last quote, and then we're going to have our outro. I just want to be up here with my partner. What you got? Your last parting quote.
My last parting quote. No admiral proves his true worth in a calm sea.
And you've proven it.
Come see. Come see what we're talking about. You won't regret it.
You won't regret it. Thank you, Mom, for the quote. This is Dr. Jody Bear saying, have a healthy, healthopedia kind of day. Ciao for now.